Hello friends, this is Deepak Chatterjee here again, your guide. I hope there is no issue with the last session where we had discussed about PHP package installation in the local machine like Windows or any OS. You can pretty much install by seeing that video. And I was referring this video actually. So if you can go to youtube.com and then there will be my channel thing, and I'll be giving you the link of my channel in the video section for your reference, and go to my playlist. After that playlist, there is a playlist called PHP development playlist, and in that first video you can see that how to install PHP packages in Windows for the beginner step by step. We have tried to discuss all the stuff one by one and slowly so that you can understand properly. So if you have missed anything, if you have any doubt regarding this video, please do comment here so that we can help you to understand better more. Okay, so let's move on to our today's session. Today's session will be basically lamp stack installation in Ubuntu, which will be Ubuntu means it's a server thing, Ubuntu server. And so let us change it like Ubuntu server, and it will be manually installation for the beginners. Obviously for the beginners means, again, we are trying to focus only those kind of students or employees or anybody who are willing to learn this lampstack package installation in the server thing, and who doesn't have any idea about this. That's why we are going step by step. So if you have idea, it's okay. If you don't have any idea, then also no problem. We are gonna help you out to understand and to do the things right way. Okay, so so let us discuss about the step thing first. So what are the steps will be here? So basically step one will be here, like you need to have a server. That is the prerequisite for this server. Okay, so for the servers, like it can be VPS server, it can be any hosting server, but the provided you are having some privileges to install some application, that should be the main thing you need to have. Okay, so here we are going to use VPS RAM servers, because I am having VPS RAM servers hosting. So if you want to have the server, you can go to this link and you can create your account and have the server from here. It's very cheap. It's only $7 per month. And for learning, I think you need to have your own server. If you have your own server, then your learning will be more fruitful. Okay, so just the first step we are gonna follow that. We are gonna create a server. We will be going to this link and we will be creating a server also. Okay, since I have my own accounts, and I can straight away log into that. Okay, so first thing, please go to there or have any server anywhere. It's your choice, but I will say go to here because they are having cheapest server and it's very fast also. We are giving like whatever the configuration they are giving, I will show you in later in this video. Okay, so step two will be like uh, step 2 will be, we're gonna install our Windows, install the OS. Basically here we are gonna use Ubuntu and 18 version, 18.04 LTS version. We're gonna use it here. Okay, for that. So that basically this is regarding this thing, like Lampstack package installation, which is a PHP package installation in the Linux environment, and which for the Linux environment we are using here Ubuntu only. Okay, so in this Ubuntu machine, what we want to do, we want to install it. Like, so step 3 will be like installing install Lampstack. Okay, so install labs for the install Lampstack. Basically what you need to do, those kind of stuff we will be going more while we are doing it. The step 4 will be like checking. So previously also you see after installation we are running it, we are checking it, right? The same process will be also here, running and checking. And also same thing will be there, the uninstall is like we need to uninstall also those things, right? Because if we want to install something, we need to do uninstall also, right? So before starting it, please let me tell something. What is the meaning of lamp stack? Previously you understand that what is the meaning of XAMPP and what is the meaning of WAMP, right? Here, the same in the same fashion, it is a LAMP. LAMP is L for Linux, A for Apache, M for MariaDB or MySQL, P for PHP, right? So those are the things here. It will be installed. So in the similar fashion, you just go there, LAMP stack download. Go to the Google and you search it, and obviously you will see that it is always the first thing, like previous in the XAMPP search. It was also first. Here also it is first. Okay. So basically what we need to do here, we need to download it here, right? So these things we need to download, like Windows machine, also there you can see Windows, Mac and Linux, already it is here, right? So these are the things here. From this link you need to download. But before that, what is our first step? So let's go step by step. First step is that we need to have a server, right? So let me go to the VPS time. We're going to VPS time. So basically here the option is called services. After in this option, after creating the account, you will get this window. Once you logged in, then you just click on this order new service. Then select your, you can see here Linux VPS there, premium VPS there, and product add-on. Those are not required for your sake. Only Linux VPS is required. VPS means virtual private server. This VPS means virtual private server. Okay, and here you can see it is having 4 CPU. Okay, 6 GB fully dedicated memory, which is a RAM is dedicated, 30 GB storage, which is a SSD. SSD is 30 GB. 2 TB traffic is available, which is a monthly traffic. One public IP will be available, optional IPv6 address, 2N power redundancy. So basically you can see already that those are there. And also if you don't like this kind of thing, you can always do the this thing, that's 72 hours money back guarantee also they are giving. Okay, so it is very easy and you can go there. So basically for our use case or for our test, for to learn this thing, only this small server $7 per month is more than enough. More than enough. We don't need to go by this many configuration. Okay, so now click on the order. It will predefine everything, right? And here you need to give some name. So let me give like some of them dice and public, because it's a public I am going to show, that's why. Okay, so here you can select from any so basically in the host name you can give anything like this, and this is the password. Okay, so this is the password is there. So let me save here so that we can open or change later on. So after this here in the location, all of them are US location. You can see these 3 are US location, these 3 are United Kingdom location. So you can select anyone, whatever you want. And in the operating system, what we told that as per our thing, as per recommend, we are going by, we will go by Ubuntu 18.04 LTS, right? So let us select that. That is Ubuntu, this one. And here all everything is done. We don't need to do nightly backup. Nothing is required because we we are not doing anything else. Public access key here also we will do later on in some other session. We will be going by these things also, but at the moment not required at the moment. So let me go to the checkout. So I'm going to a checkout. What are you saying? Is not allowed. Okay. So name is not the correct thing. Okay. So let me give underscore instead of, sorry, let me give dash instead of underscore. Let me do the checkout then. So have you noted your root password? Yes, already we have copied it, right? So it's okay. So it is a continuous shopping and automatic hacker. It is. Let me select the credit card. I have these things already. So let me complete the order. So it will automatically complete the order, right? So order is done. Once the order is done, you can see that active service, it is like pending. Is not active because currently pending information. This is usually 100. So they will need some time to process those things. So automatically they will. So after paying it, so you can have those things. So so let us wait for some time. Once it is done, then we'll be seeing those kinds of stuff. Okay, so let us discuss some different thing now. Okay, so here what happens, so basically we need to install this thing. Okay, need to download. So let us download this song also. So you can see this like 7.4 is there. So updated one, this one. So always go by the latest one. So let's download this one to download now. So I don't need anything here. So you can select on, obviously, no thanks, just take me to the download. Okay. So once I select this one, so automatically, so let me rename it like lamp, so that it will be easy for me. So I'm renaming it a lamp. Okay. And let us see it is already done or not. Okay, let me share my stop sharing for a minute. Okay. So basically, so it is basically downloading. So let that be download, and after that, so already it is downloaded. So let me share it again back. Right. So basically, you can see already it is done. So because my payment, everything is done, so already it is available. So now they have given me these things, right? They has given me this IP and this host name, and you can see here it is active. It is running. 10 seconds ago, it is running. So it is very fast. Once you have done your payment, you have made your payment done, and you can see all the stuff. So you can see all the stuff also like VPCU, this virtual CPU, memory is here, 6 GB RAM, which is a good thing. Storage also 30 GB, which is more than enough for your test purpose, because it is the test purpose or learning purpose server only, right? So now, second thing, what you need, so you need to log into this server, because already you have downloaded this file, right? So now, to install, so basically this thing our done, step 2 is done. We have already installed this server, right? When we added that, it has already installed this thing. Now we need to install lamp stack. So to install the lamp stack, what we need to do, we need to first step, there are small steps that I told you. So let us go to that small step. First step is download the lamp stack, sorry, current version of the lamp stack, provide the link also, so that it will be easy for you to understand or to check it further. So it will be better. So giving it the link also here. Okay, lamp stack. After that, okay, after that we need to download the WinSCP. After that, please download WinSCP. Okay. Second, we need to log into the WinSCP. So basically, WinSCP is like this kind of software. So if you search in the Google like WinSCP, these things, WinSCP. So you can see this is the WinSCP software. So you can straight away go to that link and straight away you can download. No issue. To WinSCP download. WinSCP download. Here also I am giving the link, so that it will be easy for you to search, and no need to search in Google. You can straight away search also for your understanding. So how to get it, because you don't need to remember anything or you need to note down anything, because you have the Google and you have the internet. So you just go to the internet, search with the specific parameter or specific thing, and search your record thing. Okay, right. Once you install that, obviously we already copied this thing. This password is the password, right? So now, once we are installing that WinSCP, we need to go to this. We need to go to our new site, because we need to add the server IP, server credential here, so that we can view. WinSCP is a software where we can connect to our SSH servers, right? So basically servers, that the server is there, right? So but we need to connect to that server through the SSH channel, so that we can upload some files which we have downloaded, the lamp.run we have downloaded already, right? This file already we have downloaded, right? So this file we need to upload also here. If we upload this one here, then what happen? Then we can run those packages in the server itself. So basically we need to download. So basically how we need to do? Basically based on the username password, we are having username password what? Let me give here the password copy, and we need to take the IP also, this one, and here we need to have the hostname. So hostname will be your IP, username will be your root by default for if you are using VPS DAN, and password will be whatever they have given. Okay. So it is always recommended when they have given some username password, please change it, so that it will be better for you. After this session, I will be changing the password also, so that you no one can use this server. Okay, so now save it. So I am saving it so that it will be easy for me. So let me type it like dice underscore test underscore public. So it will be saved here. Okay, so then next time on I don't need to enter this one. So I have saved it, right? So now it is for the first time in the WinSCP when you are doing it. They, for the first time they will ask you this kind of question. Other than they will not ask you. Next time onwards they will not ask. Okay. So once you logged in here successfully, so in any folder, they by default the username folder will be coming because we have logged in through the username called root, right? That's why it is coming as a slash root slash start. So now we need to upload our this file lamb.run file here. So we need to upload. So you can upload here, right? They are uploading this here. So let it upload. And next time what we need to do for the running command running, we need to run the command also, right? So basically, so for that what we need to download the putty. We need to download putty also. That is the next step. Okay, so from where you can download, so here also say again the same thing, like you can type in the Google putty download. Okay, so this is a putty link. So I am also giving in this thing so that it will be easy for you to find. Okay, this is the putty. So putty link is also available in this thing, and in the in this note it will be also available for you in this video. Okay, so now putty means this is the basically this is the one application where we can run some command for the particular server. Okay, WinSCP is like user interface based. Like here we can do some user actions, like we can upload, we can edit, we can download, we can delete, those kind of stuff we can do here through user experience. User experience only by drag and drop, click, download, right? Where it's like your own machine. In the own machine, what we are doing, like drag and drop, you are doing edit, you are doing download, you are doing delete, you are doing modify, everything, change permission, anything you can do, but with the user interface. Okay, that is the WinSCP application. Now, where putty is the application which is command interface, command line interface. Okay, CLI. So basically, where what happened there? We need to do all the stuff only using the commands. Other than the command, it will not work. Okay. So basically, why we need to command? Because we need to install. So that's a so what do we need to do with the installation? So basically, after installing the putty, we need to give the username password here again. Username password means the IP what we have given. So let me take the IP from here because already I have saved here. So in the putty also I am saving it here and saving it like dice underscore taste underscore public. The name I am saving it. Okay. And by default, it's a port is 22. By default, means like the SSI tunnel, it is or channel, it is having by default the port or SFTP, the port is 22 by default. But your service provider, if your service provider is defined like AWS, like entity in India, controllers in India, they usually change this by default port. For the controllers, they can use 20, they can use 21, whatever it is. It is depends on their server administrator. Okay, so it doesn't matter whatever it is. You just need to know to log in. So by default in BPSM it is 22. So obviously there will be no issue. But for if you want to use other service providers, then please go ahead and ask them what is the credential for the port where you need to log in for the SSH channel for putty. Okay, so after saving that, you just open it, and after opening it, you can see here also for the first time this kind of message will be coming. So you just click on yes. After this, you just need to copy the password and you just paste it. I'm pasting it. Okay, so it is logged in. Okay, logged in. So after logging in, so basically we can see like host name. If you type the command host name, it will see, it will show you what is the host name here. So you can see we have given test-dice-public right here, and host name minus capital I, it will show you the IP address which you are using, right? This is the IP address we are using, right? 23 point something something, right? So those are the same thing here also it is showing. Okay. So now basically where we have uploaded the file, we have uploaded the file in the location of /root. So let's go to that section. So how to go there? So we need to go to cd slash test, sorry, not test, root. Basically what happened, the root is like basically pwd. If you do pwd, you can see pwd means the present directory, it will show you the present directory. And I have used cd slash root slash, that means change directory. So wherever I am, let me go to the directory of /root. That is my objective, by to run the cd slash root slash. Okay. Okay. Now you can see, you can run ls minus la. If you run ls minus la, you can see the file name is available already, that is lamp.run, which we have implemented. We are not implemented, we are trying to implement. Where this is the lamp.run, this is folder. So basically is the command interface also, you can see that file name. So but the color is now, see, because the color is the white. So basically if the color is white, that means it doesn't have the execution permission. Okay. Also by this thing also you can see read write dash read dash dash read dash dash. Okay. So basically here what happens, we need to give the permission of the of the file to execute. If it is execute having executable permission, then it will have the color of green. Okay. So how to change it? Chmod 700, okay, lamp.run. If you do that, then the permission will be changed. So you can see that, say rw hyphen or dash r hyphen hyphen r hyphen m. Okay. So basically I want that here the owner, which is the owner is here root. Owner should have the execution permission. That means it should have rwx. So let me check that also. You can see the color becomes green now, and first option also changed to rwx, right? So that's the thing. So once it is changed the permission to executable, after they need to run dot slash lamp dot run. Okay, then enter. If you do that, what happens? Whatever the application package is there, it will start running here. Okay. So that application, the LampStar package, what we have already downloaded from the Bitnami there, so it will constantly uploading here. So basically here we need to download, we need to install only PHP packages. Okay. So basically Varnish is not required for our test purpose. Zen framework also not required. Symfony also not required. Coding also not required. Cake PHP also not required. Smarty also not required, because no framework is not required for our thing actually. Laravel also, those are the PHP frameworks, so not required. So after selecting, it will say, and PHP admin, what we have told last time, PHP admin is key. It's an application to show the MySQL databases in user interface. Okay. So in the XAMPP also it was there, here also it is there. So there is no option they have given to make it no. So it is by default, it is coming. Always it is a why. That's why it is coming as like cannot be edited. Okay. So is the selection is above correct? So we can constantly we can do yes no. Once we are satisfied, basically for our test cases or for our learning process, what we are what the objective we are having in this session, we need to do for all no. That is enough for us. So here everything is okay. So make it Y and enter. After that, you need to select a folder. It is folder means like where these packages will be installed. Generally, what we are doing, we are selecting /opt. /opt means operation folder. Okay. So you can see already it is already selected like that. Okay. But I will prefer please select like opt/lampstack only, so that for any version, whenever you are installing this thing, everything will be having /opt/lampstack same path for everything. Okay. So it is my thing, but it depends on you how you are managing your profile structure. That will be based on you. Okay. So let's enter. So once it is done, then it will ask for the password for the MySQL database, because it is going to install a MySQL database also. Okay. So for our use case, let us use the password test 1234. This is a simple password we are using, test 1234. Let's copy it and let's paste it here. Okay. So obviously it will ask for the re-enter so that we can confirm properly. So both tally is there in from the application thing endpoint, and it's saying, do you want to continue? Yes or no? So let me select yes because everything is okay. So let me yes. After that, what you need to do, just like previous thing where we are using in the user interface, we used to see what is at happening, and they are also giving the selection, right? These are also giving the selection, but in the command line interface only. Same thing is same thing, same process, but in the command line in the server level. In the server level, what is the benefit we will be getting here? Again, from any device, from any device means any laptop, any tablet, any mobile, any desktop, you can use this server, this code from anywhere in the world. Okay, that is objective here. If you install the packages in your desktop only, then what happen? You only can use the desktop or applications to modify or something else, or whenever you need, you can have only when the device is only with you. Okay, but here what is the objective will be here, what is the advantage will be here? The advantage will be here, you can use this server from anywhere in the world where you have internet. That's it. The main one thing is requirement, that is the internet. If you have internet, if you can use it from any device, there will be no dependency on the devices, there will be no other dependency for this. Okay, so you can modify, you can whatever, you can modify based on your permission what you have. There is like if you have a shared server, there are a lot of people are there, so basically you can do only those specific thing which your user permits, but you can do it. But if it is in your local machine, you cannot do it from anywhere else. Okay, where your device is not with you. Okay, so basically here also we just need to wait for some time, and it depends. Previously, what I told, that it depends on your current machine configuration, right? Here also same thing. It depends on two things. Depends on, first thing is your internet connection speed, and second thing, because it is connected with the internet, and second thing is it is depends on the machine which you have got from your service provider. If it is having very slow machine, then obviously it will be slow, right? So both the things, they are dependencies. In the local machine your only your machine dependency is there, but here two kind of dependencies. One is your internal bandwidth speed, how much fast is there, and also it depends on your machines, the server machine which you have got from your service provider. Okay, so you can see already it is done, and it is asking for the launch Bitnami LAMP stack. It is saying launch Bitnami LAMP stack. Basically it is done, so I need to say yes or no. So let me say yes. Once I'm doing yes, done. So that is simple. It's done. So you can see there is no rocket science is there. There is no rocket science. Just go there, do it. That's it. Okay. So how to acknowledge? Yes, my thing is done. So basically, if your thing is done, you just need to go to your IP and see if it is showing any, if it is showing any output, then it is done. Just go to yes, it is done. Done. That means Bitnami is there, application is there, right? So everything is application not there, so that's why it is not showing, but it is running. So basically that means it is done. Okay, so as simple as that, it is done. So basically, so you can understand that how much easy it is. Okay, so basically the running part is done and checking part also done. So as up to step 4, everything is done for our as per our objective, right? Now in the second and the last one, it is how to uninstall it. So basically for the uninstall, like, so you need to do first do lsmsla, go to cd/opt. Okay, if you do go to cd/opt, then you can see there is a folder called lampstack, because what we have already selected, right? So basically what is the path here? So in the path is lampstack in the package, so you can see there is an option called uninstall. Okay, so you just need to do /uninstall. That's it. If you do it /uninstall, it will automatically uninstall the lampstack package from your server. Like, it can happen that you are getting 7.4 now, and tomorrow the release version came from the Bitnami, it is version 8. So obviously you need to use the version 8, right? because always we need to use the current stable version. Then it will be having lot of different features which can benefit our current project, okay, ongoing project. So that's why we need to do that. So this is the command dot slash uninstall. Okay, if you do that, then automatically it will uninstall. So I'm just skipping it because not deleting, because we need to have a lot of different sessions also on this server. That's why I'm just keeping it for our better understanding. So if, I think there will be no confusion like this. So basically, let me reiterate for this how we have done it. We have uh, created one server in by going this link. We have selected one server for there, and we have selected the minimum, which is $7 per month, and you can select from any different service provider also. It's depends on, totally depends on you, but this is a suggestion. You can use it because for the learning, $7 per month is good amount to spend, and it is very good. It is having root access also. You can have all the access to learn, to do anything. Whenever the problem is there, something problem is happens, you just uh, flush the server, recreate the server again as much as you can. Okay, that much flexibility is given by PPSDM already. Now, in the third step, what do we do for the? We need to do the install the LAMP stack. So what we did for that? We have downloaded our LAMP stack version from this link. We have downloaded WinSCP from this link. We have downloaded PuTTY from this link. After that, we have what we did. We have in this fourth, we have done what? We have logged in WinSCP. Okay. Fifth step we have done, we have upload the lamp.run. So basically, and here let me tell also, save as lamp.run, right? We have done that, right? So we have done that, and also we have after logged in WinSCP, and credential will be like this. Credential example will be root, username, hostname, password, port 22. Okay, these are the credentials you need to. So for example, I am saying here username is root, hostname is your IP or domain name also it can be if you have the domain name, because but for this here don't have. So password, what is the password you have already got, and port. So basically these kind of things you need to have, you need to get it from your service provider, or always they will give you. So upload the this one, and after the what we did, the sixth step, we have logged in to PuTTY login, right? Sorry, logged in PuTTY. Okay, so once the logged in PuTTY, then what we did after the logged in PuTTY, we have we have gone to the folder. There is the so basically the location. Go to the location where we have uploaded the file lamp.run. Okay, so basically we need to go there because we need to install it, right? So 8th step, what do we followed? 8th step, we have changed the permission of lambda because it should be having the execution permission. So it should have only the at least this permission. So to change the permission, what we did, the chmod 700 and lamp.run. So if we need to have understanding of chmod 700 whatever, we will be having a different session for that. So please comment it if you need it, then we can discuss in separate, because there are a lot of topic for that. So we can separately and dedicatedly discuss for that also for you. If you have any problem, please comment it. Okay. So lamp.run. So after changes, so basically now it is having the permission of the execution. Then we can run for /lamp.run. So once we in starting, the need to pop up and select what? Select all as no, like all the PHP framework, because we don't need it, right? We don't need all the frameworks. So, okay. After that, once it is done, then what we did, we select the location. We have location of the installation package. Okay, location of the package to be installed. So, and what we have selected, basically we have selected /opt/lamp stack, right? After that, 11th step, what I did, Basically, after that, we need to select our database thing. Database thing like that MySQL database. So MySQL database password. Okay, MySQL password enter. So after that, we need to see. We have acknowledge yes, everything is okay. So once it is done, then we need to again acknowledge yes, launch it. Okay. Once the launch it, then go to the once everything is done. Once the installation is done, go to the IP in your browser, right? If you see, okay. So okay, let me write it there, and I think it will be better for that. So that it will be, so in the it should be running and install. So already here installation is done, right? Now it will be come under running and checking. So for the running and checking, what I did, we went go to the browser and open the IP address of the server, right? Which you have already logged this. Already we know it. What is the IP address of the server? And what we did, we just check that if it is coming, if the screen is coming, means our objective is done, right? So that is a server level. So basically, for the checking means what? So in the checking level, what we need to do, we need to check two things. First thing, we have checked server. So basically here we have checked that yes, server is running perfectly, there is no issue with that. Okay, but along with the server, we need to check the MySQL database also running perfectly, right? That also we need to check. So for that, what we need to do, we need to go to our putty. Okay, I think it will be here session out will be there. So let me duplicate it also, it will be better. Okay, and let me copy the password also, so that it will be easy for me. Okay, I've copied, enter. So we need to check the database also, right? So it will be opt, it will be lamb stack. Under lamb stack, if I do ls-sla, you can see there will be all the package folder is there, like php folder is there, mysql folder is there, right? So go to the cd mysql, then do ls-sla again, then go to the cd bin. Okay, so in the folder, that means then which folder we have given, we have gone to pwd slash opt slash lampstack slash mysql slash bin. That means we need to go to that folder from which folder the mysql is actually running. There is a bin folder, mysql bin folder, right? There we need to write mysql minus u root minus p. Okay, minus p, that is the thing. So basically, so we need to do what is this thing, like we need to copy this thing, because okay, slash mysql minus u root minus p. So basically what happened, so why didn't work last time? Because we have not done any linking, so that mysql work is not, reference is near the, so that's why it has not got any reference. That's why we need to give the absolute path of this. So we have given test 1 2 3 4, right? So you can say it is login, right? So show databases. Okay, so you can see the database is there, right? So it is running properly. So our checking is done. So here I'm just exiting. All of them are done. So let us write here also what we have done. So we have done, we have gone to cd slash opt slash lampstack slash mysql slash bin. Okay, we have gone to there. After the what we done, what we do, we have ran the command of slash opt slash lampstack slash mysql slash bin slash mysql minus u root minus p. Minus u for is user, that is the root here for our current installation or for our this server. But if your server service provider giving different user, then you need to use that. And minus p is for the password. So once the I am hitting that, it will ask for the password, then I need to enter the password and I can log in. If it's correctly installed, then it will say yes, it is installed correctly. Okay, so that is the objective, that's it there. So I think that's it here. So basically, whatever the missing thing is there, I will be providing here after closing this session. Okay, that's all. So next day we will be going to install PHP LAMP stack, the same thing in the CentOS version, because in the CentOS is different and Ubuntu is different. That's it. Okay. Okay, chalo.